abatia. Dagay na nyo, turaba mula luha, linya larinya kusurusia. Dagay na nyo, turaba mula luha, linya larinya kusurusia. Dagay na nyo, baba mula luha, ay linya larinya kusurusia. Las tumago tuwa bube. Dagay na nyo, jana mula luha, ay linya larinya kusurusia. Las tumago tuwa bube. Sano pure masa baromugunya Gadibinya Sano pure masa baromugunya Gadibinya Sano pure ay masa baromugunya Gagutu abatia Gadibinya Sano pure ay masa baromugunya Gagutu abatia Dagay na nyo Turaba mula luha Linya larinya kusurusia Dagay na nyo Turaba mula luha Linya larinya kusurusia Dagay na nyo Papa mula luha Ay linya larinya kusurusia Les tumago tuwa kube Dagay na nyo Jana mula luha Ay linya larinya kusurusia Les tumago tuwa kube Gimme, gimme, gimme Shuba, gimme, 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 gimme Hai Aha Kung sungarin na bunyi Chika, 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 chika Gimme, gimme Aha Sano pure masa baromugunya Gadibinya Sano pure masa baromugunya Gadibinya Sano pure ay masa baromugunya Gagutu abatia Gadibinya Sano pure ay masa baromugunya Gagutu abatia Dagay na nyo Turaba mula luha Linya larinya kusurusia Dagay na nyo Turaba mula luha Linya larinya kusurusia Dagay na nyo Papa mula luha Ay linya larinya kusurusia Les tumago tuwa kube Dagay na nyo Jana mula luha Ay linya larinya kusurusia Les tumago tuwa kube Mama pumuti punta mule badala rikita bana Achika pumuti beto Atika pumuti mama Atika pumuti mito Achika pumule Achika pumo mama Achika pumo dada Achika pumie dada Hey Gimme 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 Udunale nubarune Maga Udunale nubarune Lira no badu no barugo tomago Asara bulalira tomago Nigere bule buwe gatiniya Udunale no badune Mago Udunale no badune Mago Lira no badu no barugo tomago lebu egatiniya. Gimme.
Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Tune in by dialing www.lmbroots.com. And if you have TuneIn application on your smartphone, look it up under LMB Radio. LMB Radio. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m.
This is DJ Labuga with Garifuna Music and Talk. Listen to my show every Wednesday from 8:30 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Thank you for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Tonight is Wednesday. Wednesday is the time for DJ Labuga, Garifuna Music and Talk. I want to welcome each and every one of you tonight as we have a very special guest all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. Garifuna Music and Talk radio show through Radio Centroamerica and now on www.lmbroots.com, the newest radio station out of New York, with roots in Labuga, Livingston, Guatemala. Así de que bienvenidos. We want to welcome our new radio station as we are syndicated now in 2 radio stations on Radio Centroamerica and LMB Roots. And if you want to listen to LMB Roots on TuneIn on your smartphone, make sure you download the application TuneIn for free and look it up under LMB Radio. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome Maimi Martinez, who is listening live on the other side of town right here in Los Angeles. But we want to welcome our special guest, Ideal, who will be in Los Angeles for the Belize Summer Fest on Sunday, July 27, 2014, right here at Hollywood Park Casino. Welcome, Mr. Ideal Castillo, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. Ida Bianchi Numa.
Hey, La Buga. Hey, Lida Don Bravo, you know. Un saludo para toda mi gente de LA. A special request to all my friends. I love you all.
Thank you, Ideal. Man, it's a pleasure to have you, man. Such a talented musician and such of the caliber as you, man. You have been around for a long time. I remember when we had our conversations about you growing up in Puerto Barrios and in Livingston, and of course, you were part of the el Combo Naval de Puerto Barrios, the band over there by the military. So tell us a little bit about that, Rolando Castillo.
It was my first experience playing with a band like that. They play all kind of music, and Combo Naval is very known because you know, Gado Nunez record hits with the band. So I came with the second generation with the Combo Naval, and I learned a lot of the Latin music, some other, you know, genre of music like reggae. You know, they play everything. So I even experienced a trip to LA in 1988. We had a tour for a whole month in Los Angeles, and it was a great time. You know, I mean, for me to just having that gift from God. You know, a lot of work to do, but that was a good, you know, thing to happen to me in my life.
Yeah, definitely, man. I want to take you back to the beginning, man. I want you to introduce yourself to the audience. A lot of people know you as Topo, Ideal, Rolando Castillo. We know you for your music, for your talent, for the dedication that you have to the music. You have been in this business for a long, long time. How old were you when you started, and where were you born? You know, take it back. Let's take it back all the way to the beginning, man.
Oh, like you said, it's a long story, but I'm gonna try to make it briefly. And you know, The music's passion is it come from me from from a little kid. My family in Livingston, Pueblo Nuevo, Sanchez. They in this roots music, from the beginning. I used to play the drum with my uncle Armando. He's the primera player in Punta Gorda right now. So I learned some of these things in La Buga. But when I went to Belize, I really meet some people who really saw my talent, and they help me out. They give me a hand and tell me, you're good at this. They make me believe in myself, and and when I was like 11, my mom took me to Belize, and we lived in Belize City, but my mom really wanted to take me to Dangriga because she saw my talent. I usually was playing in the house, singing. And when I went to Dangriga, then she took me to Mahabob house, and then from there, I really, take off from there. Mahabob took me the next day, introduced me to Pen Cayetano, and Pen tried me out several times. He gave me the double drum where me used to play, and I said, I can't play. I said, try it. I tried the double drum, and then he put me on the shelves. And that where Higgins used to play, Eugenio, So finally, I had a second show, and some of these guys they transferred themselves to Sons Incorporated, and I stayed with Ken Cayetano with some other members, new members, in the second generation or Hindu. He passed away. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah. Hindu was the guy with the eye patch, right?
Exactly, yeah. Great artist, man, Great artist. Very hyper and very, very, very good artist. And some of these guys, I learn a lot from them. They learn a lot from me because I bring some other skills from Guatemala and meet them. And I'm glad they gave me the opportunity, as from Guatemala and in Dangriga, they gave me the opportunity. Up to now, I still have a door open in Dangriga with the Belizean community. And, I'm not putting my Guatemala people aside because they love me from the beginning. As soon as I take off with Tortoiseshell Band, I realized like I could do a lot of potential. When I get back to Guatemala, I went back, I joined the Navy, and I started playing with the Commonwealth. And then I get more mature in all this type of music. I started learning the chords and everything and singing the right way. They used to correct me, because we used to sing with the drums and, not having all the instruments, the medals and, But for me, I really thanks God and thanks all my fans, our family and everybody who was really, part of this, this generation when I played, yeah.
So let me recap, man. So I understand you were born in Guatemala. You traveled between Guatemala and Belize, and in Belize is where you got exposed to the heavy hitters, the cream of the crop. People like Pen Cayetano, Mojaba Flores embraced you, and they took you in. And for a minute, you were planning to go to Belize City with your mom, but then you decided to stay in Dangriga because of the culture and the fact that Dangriga is related to being a cultural town. So while in Dangriga, you were able to take lessons from some of the greatest musicians, like the Tortoiseshell Band members, right? They embraced you, they took you in, and you learned a lot. You taught them a lot of your style. So that is great, man. I really love that story. I love to hear your story every time we get a chance to talk. I want to take a minute to give you a shout out from Dale Ogaldes, who is listening live in Chicago at this moment. So Dale Ogaldes says, give a shout out to my very good friend, Ideal.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, Dell. For me, Dell is a great person I ever met. She opened her doors for us when we went to Chicago. She's very supportive for the artists. And for me, I could go back months more again. Anytime Dell or Galdes come to La Buga, we ready for her, too. I say hi to her. One love.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, Delo Galdes, there you have it. You're one person who is loved by everyone. I know that you are a 110% supporter of Garifuna music and culture. And every time there is a big event in Chicago, she is there to support, to lend a hand, to cook, to lodge people, you know, to have them a place to stay, and she's just the greatest. I can't say any more about Dale Ogaldes, who is also president and founder of a Garifuna organization in Chicago. So big ups to Chicago people, man. We love the way they party over there, and everything that happens in LA, it has to happen in Chicago as well. So, Ideal, welcome to my show, man. We are going to have a station ID for a minute, and then we'll get back to you. Don't go nowhere. After we play the station ID, we're going to play a brand new song from Ideal Castillo called Aule. It's the official final song that he just put out of the studio. It's a cover song that he redid again, something that had come out in the previous album, but this is a nice hot mix, just like the one you listened to at the opening of the show, called Gadebe. Gadebe by Ideal. Rolando Castillo in the house, live in Radio Centroamérica and LMB Roots Radio.
Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Tune in by dialing www.lmbroots.com. And if you have TuneIn application on your smartphone, look it up under LMB Radio. LMB Radio. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Esta es Radio Centroamérica y su programa de música y de temas de la comunidad garífuna con DJ Labuga, que se transmite a través de www.radiocentroamerica.com todos los miércoles de 8:30 a 10:30 de la noche. Escúchenos.
This is Jerry Castro, and thank you for tuning in to Radio Centroamérica and its host, DJ Labuga, Ronnie Figueroa, every Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
All right, Ideal, we're back, brother. We're back. So I understand you're coming to Los Angeles for a big festival happening on July 27th. That is going to be at Hollywood Park Casino, and it's one of the biggest events that happen to be every year here in Los Angeles. So tell us a little bit more about what's going on.
Well, I'm so ready for that show. I'm so ready for LA, for my people. This concert over there is promoted by Spice, and I'm ready. All this support I'm getting from all my friends. I really love it. And right now I'm ready. I got my song ready. I know my people in LA ready for it too. So we're gonna have a good time.
So this is going to be an all-day event on Sunday, July 27th, which happens to be Sunday, So it's going to be a nice thing. I know 501 Band is going to be there, and many other artists. I'm going to get a copy of the flyer, but I know Punta Cartel will be there as well, and so I'm really excited. But I also want to talk about, queremos invitar a la gente del Club 18, del Q18, la gente de Puerto Barrios que está escuchando en vivo, all of our Puerto Barrios people, ven a celebrar con nosotros nuestra música, comida y ambiente caribeño con uno de los ex miembros del combo de la Marina Naval de Puerto Barrios, Rolando Castillo, desde Boston, Massachusetts. Ven a bailar punta, soca, calipso, reggae, reggae clásico y más con DJ Labuga, tambor en vivo. Así es de que Ideal, Rolando Castillo, will be live in Los Angeles Saturday the 26th of July at Club Q18, Q18 Club, for people from Puerto Barrios and Labuga Livingston, and on Sunday the 27th at the big festival at the Summer Punta Fest right here in Los Angeles at Hollywood Park Casino. Welcome to Los Angeles, Ideal, and tell us, man, about these new recordings that you have.
I have a new album coming up. The Aule is one of the singles only, but the whole album is coming up, before winter. So, this album here is always, I work for the community, and this is one of my albums. I really working hard on it to to throw it out there for my people, you know. Y estoy también invitando a toda mi gente de Puerto Barrios, a toda la gente de Guatemala, que aquí están el sábado para que en esta fiesta privada que vamos a tener, y también voy a cantar una de mis canciones nuevas. I'm gonna be singing some of my new songs too Sunday and the festival. So I have this album, I'm working on it 2 years right now, so it's gonna be good. So you guys gonna be the judge, and I'm the singer.
As a matter of fact, I have one of the title songs called Aulé. So we're gonna welcome Rolando Ideal Castillo to Radio Centroamérica and LMB Roots Radio. We are live in a syndicated radio show on 2 stations, the only radio show with 2 radio stations live on the air, one on the West Coast and one on the East Coast, radiocentroamerica.com and www.lmbroots.com radio. So here it is, Ideal Castillo with Aule. Kemotea, Wabina ha, Wapetu ha. love this music, man. Nice. Semeti.
Yes.
Yes, man. Congratulations, man. Your music is very, very rhythmic. It's got a lot of vibes, a lot of flavor to it. We love it, man. I consider you along the lines of Pen Cayetano, Maimi Martinez, Mojaba Flores, one of the old school, one of the legendaries from the Garifuna communities of Belize and Guatemala. So much respect to you, Ideal.
Thank you, Buga. And everything I do is for you guys, man. It's for the community. And I'm really glad that, you know, I have the gift to share with everybody, all my friends. And I just like to keep it humble, you know, because that's the way people could reach me and talk to me. And so I could learn from my community. And I hope God gives me more life to keep singing to you guys, man.
Yes, man. One thing that I learned from being around you and people like Fermin Arzu and Marconi and, you know, the rest of the guys from old school, you know, in New York, is that they trust you to the point that even Fermin Arzu one day handed you a copy of some of the songs of the Dabuyaba. He trusted you with that. I mean, that is heavy, man. The fact that people of the caliber of Fermin Arzu, who is pretty much embedded into the Garifuna spirituality in Livingston, you know, to trust you with the special Dabuyaba music. You know, tell us about that, brother.
Oh yeah. You were there. You were witness when he gave me the CD. So for him, you know, I'm the chosen one to do it, and well, I'm gonna do it because you know, I believe in my community, you know, and I I believe in everything what my community do. So, like I said, I sing about it, and I try to teach. And most of the time, I like to just bring some good rhythm so people could dance, So, put this sorrow aside and sadness and just dance, enjoy our culture, our food, our ethnic and everything, what our ancestors left for us.
Yes, definitely, man. I wanted to let you know that we are live right now on www.lmbroots.com. It's a brand new radio station owned by a young man from La Buga, Livingston, living in New York. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Welcome, people. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga, a syndicated show on Radio Centroamérica and now on LMB Roots Radio. Yes, démosle la bienvenida, papá. Topo.
Gracias.
Ya, men, yo quiero que le des la bienvenida ahí a nuestra gente de la nueva estación de radio allá en Nueva York, lmbroots.com.
Oh, claro que sí. I'm very happy and proud of this guy who made this station. I just talked to one of these guys the other day, and he told me like he was looking for artists from La Buga to do music video. So I didn't know, some of my young generation guys are really there for us.
Man.
So it's good sometimes to ask questions. I just went to his page and I asked him, and I really, 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 support everything what the young generation doing,
Yeah, and the funny thing is that this young man behind this lmbroots.com radio is the grandson of the great Don Beto Silva. So it's Jonathan Silva.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
So congratulations to Jonathan Silva for putting the money where it's going to bring up Garifuna people, where it's going to move forward, and that's what we want. And I've been listening to the radio station, and it's great, man. He not only does his own recordings out of the studio in New York, but he's also bringing up new talent. A lot of the music that they are recording out of that studio is reggae, dancehall, roots, reggae, and the music not only has that Jamaican flavor, but the lyrics are in Garifuna, man. So that's one thing that I really embrace, because a lot of the youngsters might not be doing punta rock or punta or paranda of the cultural stuff, but they are bringing the language forward with a new beat, which they are embracing, which is reggae, reggaeton, dancehall, and roots reggae. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it doesn't matter what is the beat, but the message, what we really want. So it doesn't matter the beat. So the young generation is still bringing the message through different beats. So that's okay, because we all have a different taste of music, and that's why the choices are. So everybody have their taste and flavor, in a different way. So I like that.
Beautiful, beautiful. No, really, man, es algo que tenemos que commendar a este joven Jonathan. Yo creo que el esfuerzo que estos jóvenes hacen no es reconocido, pero sin embargo yo creo que se está viendo un cambio muy positivo, y eso me alegró mucho, me dio mucho orgullo saber de que hay una nueva radio en Nueva York que está grabando su propia música y que se están saliendo del mismo esquema que tenemos, ¿verdad? Y esto es algo bueno, es positivo, es nueva sangre joven que está trayendo un nivel de energía diferente y manteniendo la cultura y las raíces en vivo, porque cantan en Garifuna, y espero que sigan grabando. I hope that they continue to record music, whether it's reggae, dancehall, roots, rock and reggae with the Garifuna lyrics, because that's what's really bringing the culture back and the language back among youth. Ahora en cadena a nivel mundial a través de LMB Roots Radio. Gracias por escucharnos, familia. Estamos en vivo desde Long Beach, California. We are live and direct in Long Beach with Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga. We are syndicated on RadioCentroamerica.com and also www.lmbroots.com. And we have Ideal Rolando Castillo live on the radio from Boston, Massachusetts. Ideal will be in Los Angeles for the Belize Summer Fest on Sunday, July 27, 2014 at Hollywood Park and Casino right here in the beautiful city of Inglewood, California, which is within the LA County. So, Ideal, man, I wanna give you the opportunity to give a big shout out to the audience. We have a lot of people listening online right now from New York. Lots of people are listening. Thanks to Don Julian, who just completed his Wednesday show, and he's able to bring in a lot of the youngsters, man, to his show, and that's why I have a lot of respect for Don Julian, Alex Ciego, and Miss Lino, who together put up a good show, a quality show for the young audiences in New York. And now it's followed by the old-timers like me with the music that we love, man, the Garifuna roots, paranda, Punta Rock, the music that I love, the music that Rolando Castillo is putting out there. So, Rolando, I want you to take a minute to say hello to the new audience from LMB Roots in New York and also the audience in Los Angeles and all over the world. Tenemos gente que nos está escuchando en Guatemala también, de la familia Gamboa. So, Kemotia, Wabinaha, un saludo Ideal.
Un saludo para toda mi gente linda, Garifuna, y que no hace falta que sean Garifuna, pero que amen la cultura y que amen nuestra gente allá en Guatemala y en Nueva York. A special request to everybody there in New York. We're doing an amazing job. LA, Chicago is great. I really love Chicago. I wish I could go back over there for Belize Day. La Buga, all the way to Belize, Grega Don Hopkins, I want to send all shout out for everybody, and support, and keep supporting our music, because we're working for you, Estamos trabajando para ustedes, siempre.
Yes, man. No, and I want to send a big shout out to Jerry Castro as well, who is listening in Houston, Texas. Also, Miami Martinez is listening to us, man, the legendary Miami, and Mayra Martínez Castro, Maurita también está escuchando aquí en Los Ángeles, and many, many more people.
Yeah, to Miami, my oldest brother, Miami, a big shout out to you if you're listening, Tata, I'm gonna meet you the 27th and we're gonna rock the show, so you know how we do it. And y para todos mis amigas, mis amigos, mi familia allá en Los Ángeles, que los quiero mucho. Los Ángeles es mi segunda casa, Llego ahí como, yo quisiera estar en Los Ángeles todo el tiempo, pero, solo que vivo por aquí, pero la verdad, quiero a todo el mundo. Special request to all my friends and everybody who love good music, and they keep supporting our music, because we need it. I love you all, and, thank you for all the shout out, and thank you for listening,
Beautiful.
I love you guys, and I'm going to keep writing, for you.
Yes, man. Yeah, let's take it back to the days of New York, man, when you were living in New York and you started working with the boys like Isanigu. Isanigu happens to be one of the legendary bands that was the backup band for all of the Garifuna musicians who used to come to New York from Belize, from Guatemala, from Honduras. You guys, as Isanigu, you guys had a great band. You guys were the band which backed up Mojaba Flores, Chico Ramos, you name it, man. Tell us about the beginnings and your involvement with Isanigu, the Punta Rock Soldiers, while in New York.
Well, like I say, Punta Rock Soldiers, Isanigu, beloved group, and up to now, and even people are calling me, hey, what's going on? When you guys gonna do a reunion or something? Isanigu was founded, in New York, October 29, 1989. But from there, Isanigu, our purpose, it was like, to promote the culture, playing Punta Rock, because then I used to tell the guys, you playing Punta, but we were playing Punta Rock because we have that rhythm. We had the Tortoise Shell, the Primera, the Shaka, and the clave, and we riding, we're rocking, So this rest of the band, I used to see them play punta, like with piano, estilo banda blanca or something. So we promote that type of music, in New York back then, and up to now, people still love that old school type of music, And in Sanigo, all the members of the Sanigo, they're great artists, They're great artists. Up to now, sometimes we talk about all the great things that happened to us, what we did. We opened so many doors for so many artists. So right now they could just easily get in because the door is open. We worked with late, great Andy Palacio. We went all the way to France, Isanigo for me was the best thing that ever happened to my life. And it was a great time. All of us wanted to expose and show what we really have. Your Dao, Cuellar, we got Kabuki, we got Chocolat, we got Dambori, Marlon, Razi, they call him now. So many others. We have so many. Alvaro Castillo, my brother, name it. We have Alvarez Pololo, the famous big Pololo, that's Cuellar's brother. So like I said, Isanigo was a family band. So that's why I could say it all the time. And we never really said, okay, we break up. We just separate and just go along and do our own thing. But there's going to be a time, if the people want us to come back, we will, because we play for the people. We work for the people. So I hope, the same people going to bring us together again, because we're ready anytime. It's not because we're old or something, but we here. Yeah, we probably do, right? We probably say old school. Yeah, but we're still there, and anytime the people want us to come back, we come back, because we for the people,
Yes, man. And you know what? I have a comment from Jerry Castro Cayetano listening in Houston. He says, Isanigo actually brought Punta Rock to New York City. They changed the game when it comes to the music, culture music. Kemotia. That was Jerry Castro right now, live on Facebook page, Ronnie Figueroa on Facebook. Join me.
Yeah, man. A big shout out to Jerry, because he really, helped us and promotes some of the things back then. Even his dad, Turiano, all the family from La Buga, they were involved with Isanigo. Everyone. Even in LA, when we go to LA, the people in LA were still up to now. They still waiting for some day if Isanigo want to do a reunion in LA or somewhere, But I'm really glad and grateful for every support, everyone give us, because, all this hard work what we do, we see it in people's face. They smile and everything, when they heard about us, when they listen to our music, dance our music, They do all kind of stuff with our music. Probably they cry, right?
Yes, no, definitely. You know what? Talking about Jerry Castro, I have a promo that Jerry sent me from Houston. Here he goes. Hold on.
This is Jerry Castro, and thank you for tuning in to Radio Centro America and its host, DJ La Buga, Ronnie Figueroa, every Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Tune in by dialing www.lmbroots.com. And if you have TuneIn application on your smartphone, look it up under LMB Radio. LMB Radio. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m.
Esta es Radio Centroamérica y su programa de música y de temas de la comunidad garífuna con DJ La Buga, que se transmite a través de www.radiocentroamerica.com todos los miércoles de 8:30 a 10:30 de la noche. Escúchenos.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live now with Ideal Castillo on www.radiocentroamerica.com and www.lmbroots.com/LMB radio. Yes, we are live every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Thank you, Dale Ogaldes, for that. She was giving me a cue on what to say. Thank you, Dale. We really enjoy your company every Wednesday. And each one of you listening in New York, welcome to our radio show, Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. We have live Mr. Rolando Castillo. Rolando, Ideal, my buddy, my friend. Every time we talk about Los Angeles, we have a strong connection with Isanigu and each one of the members of Isanigu, especially you. Because when you guys used to come to Los Angeles back in 1996, we were able to get you guys in the studio. When I say we, it's me, myself, and I. We put our monies together. We went to a studio in, I think it was owned by Univision Studios. And we paid like $50 an hour for recording studio time. That was back in the days in 1996, and that's where we laid the tracks of the 10 songs that was released on one of the hottest albums, and the only album that was recorded on CD for Isanigu, the Punta Rock Soldiers, because initially you guys had already recorded a cassette, which was Rita 94, right?
Right, correct. Right. So, all this time, Isanigu, we played a lot of years without recording, not because we didn't want to, but we really were busy. We had a lot of demand, a lot of people, a lot of artists from Belize came in, we backed them up, like Chico Ramos, Titi Man Flores, even the local artists were already Belizean living in New York, like James Lovell, we even back up Asiatic many times. My friend Asiatic, big up, So all these things where Isanigu was doing, was the foundation of Punta Rock music in New York. So that's why sometimes, I give a little advice to the young generation, to just keep up working, keep this, working, keep breaking the ice, because that's what we do. I mean, that's why we have all this organization all over, because our music is what feed all this organization and everything what our people do all over LA, New York, and Chicago. Without our music, I don't think things will be running well.
No, definitely. And Jerry Castro Cayetano is bringing something to my mind, and something that you will also remember, Ideal. He says that Isanigu also premiered in Central America show from Murphy Valentine's in the early 90s on BronxNet. And, with the camouflage outfits, the army outfits. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, man, for real. Yeah, well, that's what I would say. Isanigu Punta Rock Soldier. So we come up with this idea. We have all this energy and everything to expose, and we wear that suit. And we went to Central America show, and then record maybe 3 songs from the album Risa 94.
Right. So I want to send a big shout out to Maura Martinez, listening in Los Angeles, Jerry Castro in Houston, Dale Ogaldes in Chicago, Dora Valenzuela, listening in the Valley. Yes, Carlos Lopez in Hollywood, California, as well as all of the listeners who are joining us on lmbroots.com radio in New York. Thank you for listening. Kemotia, welcome to my show, Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga, every Wednesday from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So going back to Isanigu, man, there was a big concert, a concert that happened between 1994. It was recorded then, and then it was added to a recording of the same concert a different year in 1996 at the Boys and Girls High School. I have the copy of that DVD, man. It was a cassette, but I was able to transfer it to a DVD where Isanigu was backing up one of the biggest performers out there in New York and out of Dangriga, Mr. Chico Ramos, and also Mojaba Flores. Lovely, lovely concert. And not only that, but the music that you guys were playing, I mean, you were rocking with the band along with Razi, Mr. Razi, Marlon Nunez, also on the lead vocals along with you, man. And on the keyboard, it was Jordao Gonzalez. On the bass, Isi Blanco. On the turtle shells, Kabuki. Even Ishiarik and Papi had a chance to come on stage and promote their Jam 96 album on that day, man. It was a good story, and I remember.
Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. And I've been working from a long time, so that was a great time. You know, Isanigu, they used to have this big Belize and, you know, festival every July and August. I think they still have it, you know. But back then it was more people, more band, you know, well organized, and we were always the guest artists, the guest band, and everything.
Yes.
So we did it. I mean, we represent our people with all our heart, and you know, and we're proud to be Garifuna all the time. And Isanigu did it, and for us to do all of these crossover, you know, because we could transfer, we could play for the Belize, and we play for the Honduran, we play for the people from La Buga, you know. So to be able to do that, you know, we work hard, we rehearse hard, you know, and all the things what we did is to promote our culture, you know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Quiero invitar a toda la gente de Puerto Barrios y Livingston, residentes aquí en Los Ángeles, para que se presenten el sábado 26 de julio a partir de las 8 de la noche en el Club Q18 del 3308 West de la 54 Street aquí en Los Ángeles, entre la Crenshaw y la 54. Ven a celebrar con nosotros nuestra música, comida y ambiente caribeño con uno de los ex miembros del combo de la Marina de Guerra, también de Isanigu, Punta Rock Soldiers, el señor Rolando Castillo, Ideal. Estará aquí en Los Ángeles en vivo y a todo color. Ven a bailar punta con el tremendo éxito nuevo, el tremendo álbum de Rolando Castillo y con la música de DJ La Buga, tambor Garifuna en vivo también, sábado 26 de julio, aquí en el Club Q18 de la Crenshaw y la 54. No te olvides.
Eso, claro que sí, a todos los amigos, a toda mi gente de Los Ángeles, y especialmente a mi gente de La Buga, un saludo para Paps, para Pitusa, para todos, a los que no los mencione también, a todos los quiero un saludo, para toda mi gente de Guatemala y de Honduras también, que siempre llegan, de Salvador también a veces aparecen, pero bueno, para todos, y lo de Belice con mucho amor, y los espero, y los quiero ver ahí el 26, ¿ok?
Yes, man. Topo, we're going to play a little bit of music. This is from the previous album that you recorded in, I think it was in Florida. It's called No Footy, right? Can you tell us a little bit about this song?
No Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I write this song. It's like basic on the family thing. It's an old school song, but I add couple parts to it. Write couple verse to complete it. But it's a story about a girl who really not listening to her mom, and she doing something behind her mom and stuff, but she think that mom wouldn't find out. So that's why No Free, you know, Gadivina, you know.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga. We got the next song by Ideal, who will be in Los Angeles the weekend of the 26th and the 27th of July, right here at Hollywood Park Casino on Sunday for the Belize Summer Fest, and on Saturday night for Club Q18 from Puerto Barrios and Livingston. Kemotia,
welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Tune in by dialing www.lmbroots.com. And if you have TuneIn application on your smartphone, look it up under LMB Radio, right? LMB Radio. Welcome to I Know! Talk with DJ Labuga every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m.
Kadibinya sano pure masa baromuguna Kadibinya sano pure ay masa baromuguna gabutua badia Kadibinya sano pure ay masa baromuguna gabutua badia Takeina nyo yana mule luwa linya la linya busurusia Takeina nyo yana mule luwa linya la linya busurusia Takeina nyo yana mule luwa ay linya la linya busurusia la sima utuwa gubahe Takeina nyo yana mule luwa ay linya la linya busurusia la sima utuwa gubahe Nyate bu Ayah tu kita lugu di balana. Ibinya sano pure masa baromuguna. Kadibinya sano pure masa baromuguna. Kadibinya sano pure ay masa baromuguna gagu tua batia. Kadibinya sano pure ay masa baromuguna gagu tua batia. Takeina nyo yana mule luwa linya la linya busurusia. Takeina nyo yana mule luwa linya la linya busurusia. Takeina nyo yana mule luwa ay linya la linya busurusia la simagu tua gubahe. Takeina nyo yana mule luwa ay linya la linya busurusia la simagu tua gubahe.
Dame la
balise Ogotini amara manao Sisi kati nao burugu balise Ogotini amara manao Abaru maleli bari baba Abaru malena muleluwa Udi abuna udi siyeluwo Abaru maleli bari baba Abaru malena muleluwa Udi abuna udi siyeluwo
DJ La Buga. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the music from Ideal Castillo, a.k.a. Topo. Entre la mar ahí de Livingston y Puerto Barrios, Guatemala, le decimos Topo. Tremendo amigo que está en vivo en la línea from Boston, Massachusetts. Ideal, wake up, my brother.
Hey, gracias, Buga. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I want to send a quiero enviar un saludo, a special shout out to my friends right there in the Bronx, La Buganas.
Oh man, a lot of them over there.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Well, we're talking to Ideal, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome our brand new station in New York, LMB Roots Radio. You can listen to LMB Roots Radio online through TuneIn on your smartphone by looking it up under LMB Radio, or if you have a desktop computer or a laptop, you could go to www.lmbroots.com. Okay? So we are live. And right here, our home station, radiocentroamerica.com in Los Angeles via internet. Thank you. Ideal, we want to take you to the album that you recorded with your producer, the guy who was behind the arrangements, Mr. Nuru. Mr. Dion Ellis. That's a beautiful album. It was hot. It was a big thing when it first came out. I remember when you were in the studio with Ideal for 1 week or more. I think you flew this guy from Los Angeles for 1 week. You guys locked up yourselves in the room, work on this album. By the end of the week, you guys had 10 or 11 beautiful tracks of this brand new album called Lida Dan, or was it the other self-title of the album, the self-titled song?
Yeah, Lida Dan.
That was the name.
That was the this one for the world. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Yes, man. So tell us about that recording, man. That was a nice quality recording that you and Nuru put together.
Yes, that recording is, I could call it some of my classics album. I call it classic because, I really take time to record that album, even though we did it in a short time, but I already had it set. And Nuru, as a creative artist who is a great artist, if Nuru is listening right now, big up to Nuru, wherever he is. He's a great artist. And then that's why when we come together, I think sometimes we do a better work, because my opinion and Nuru's opinion. So we came together and a making of Lida Dan was a great moment. And we have some couple friends from Sarasota, Nicole, Labic, and then we have some other artists. We invite them to complete the album with us, like back vocals and stuff like that. And I have Paji playing, Frankie Garcia playing the primero. It's because that time Choco was in La Buga, he couldn't make it, but I had to finish the album. But Paji be playing with me for so many years, so it's the same. I just needed one of them, But I see the acceptance of the album for everybody. Everybody liked the album. I see the comments, and I really appreciate, you guys or everybody, who really listened to Lida Dan back then. I still, if you put it on, I think people still like it. But probably because the quality of the recording or of the, so people are the judge of the music. But it was a good album, and still, it stays there as a classic.
No, man, I got to tell you one thing, Ideal, that when you know what you are doing, you don't need that much time to record an album. I remember when we did Isanigo album, we did it in 3 days. You guys came in on Thursday, went in the studio Thursday night, Friday all day, Saturday all day, and then on Sunday, and in actually 4 days, the album was finished. Well, I had to call Pedro Blanco to come and do the drum rolls on the trap set, to do the fillings in between songs and everything. But other than that, you guys laid the tracks and did it in 4 days. I'm sure that was the same vibe that you had with this album called Lida Dan in Florida. When you and Nuru came together, you already knew what you wanted. And being professionals and the fact that you guys know what you're doing, man, it didn't take much more than 7 days and the album was completed. You finalized it. It was released. It was a success. We loved it, man. And up until today, every time I play that song, Lida Dan, man, everybody gets up and wants to go and dance.
Yeah, Kemotia, so it's good, man. It's good. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, people accept the album really good. So that's why it makes me work more on music. Because I went to do my CD release in LA. You remember that time?
Yes, we did it. We did it.
And it was good. People came and it was, the place was packed. And that's what I said, you know. I said to the people, I'm going to charge $10. I want my people to come in, please. You know, do not hold them on the door. They want to come in. And it was crowded that you can't even move. And that's what I said, like, I always appreciate all the support in LA, New York. You know, now Chicago, where I used to go now, I see the people from Hopkins, you know, so much acceptance. So much people from Hopkins never did heard my music. I meet a couple of them, I said, I never heard your music before. I was like, what? But it's like that. People, I was shocked. You know, so you start singing then? I was like, no. I've been singing for years, but like I said, music go roll. It takes years sometimes to make your music go all over the world. You know, in a small community, it takes time. Imagine to go all over the world.
Oh, definitely,
but
man.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We want to thank Aussie from SKM Promotions, because he's the one who's bringing you on July 27 for the Belize Summerfest. He's not only bringing Ideal, but Ideal is going to be playing right next to Asiatic, Gooey Posse, Calypso Rose, Little June, Captain Robbie, Michael Wagner, the legendary Michael Wagner, hosted by MC Fred Dixon, and also DJ Handsome. Caribbean Dynamics will be playing live, as well as Punta Cartel. Libanya Baba drumming band will be there, and of course GAHFU Sounds, and many more. So this is going to be a $10 pre-sale tickets, $5 for kids at the Hollywood Park Casino, 3883 Century Boulevard, Inglewood, California. So everybody, go ahead and get your tickets from Stone's Market, from Blessed Love, of course, and also, of course, Blessed Tropical Store, Honduras Kitchen, Mars Caribbean Restaurant, Seabreeze Gift Shop, Pelican Restaurant, Tracy's Restaurant, Kim's Party Supply, John and Sisters, and of course, Blessed Love, right on the corner of Vernon and Normandy. Yes, Ideal. Congratulations, man. You will be in Los Angeles July 27th. Y el 26 de julio en la noche estaremos allá en el Club Q18 de la Cruncha y la 54. ¿Estamos o no estamos?
Claro que sí. Ahí estaremos. Ahí estaré dando lo mejor para mi gente de Puerto Barrios, para mi gente de La Buga y también para mi gente de Belice. Y a todos los quiero mucho, ¿ok? Con mucho amor.
Beautiful, beautiful. Vamos a tocar un comercial. We're going to play a little brief commercial, and then we're going to go and play 2 tracks from the album Lidadan, one called Heritage and the other one called Destiny. 2 nice songs, 2 nice cuts that I really love to listen when I'm at home to relax. So, Kemotia, Wabinaha.
This is Jerry Castro, and thank you for tuning in to Radio Centro America and its host, DJ La Buga, Ronnie Figueroa, every Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Tune in by dialing www.lmbroots.com. And if you have TuneIn application on your smartphone, look it up under LMB Radio. LMB Radio. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga every Wednesday from 8:30 to 12:30 p.m.
Yes, to all my Garifuna people, Musungarina Guni. Yes, heritage, love, ahí. Man, Romenta Wanasio. Magida haces esto? Yo no sé por qué me haces esto.
That's what I'm talking about, Ideal. Beautiful music, my brother. Congratulations. I love it, man. Nice paranda beat, paranda rhythm that you could really appreciate. This is the music I love, man, from the legendary. You're one of the legendaries, man, that I consider and I have a lot of respect for. Ideal Castillo live in the studio via telephone from Boston, Massachusetts. Yes, Ideal. Tell me, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. And that's what I said. That's why I'm gonna keep working, man. This new album coming up is gonna be really hot. So you already listening to Aule. That's the cover song from 10, but I do it in my style. So the rest of the music coming up, you already imagine, right? Yes. So when I'm gonna be in LA, I'm gonna give you a taste so you can just listen to a couple of them, and. Like I said, in that song, I have a song where my mother gave me there. So it's really good. This album here, and couple, one of Fermin. Remember when he gave me the CD? I got one, and this new album coming up too.
Great job, great job.
Yeah.
We want to take the opportunity to send a big shout out to one of my favorite radio show hosts, Don Julian, who is in the Bronx, New York. He is the host of Puntology and other shows he has throughout the week on LMB Roots Radio, the brand new radio station in New York. Actually, we are syndicated now on LMB Roots Radio. And of course, Radio Centroamerica, our home station here in Los Angeles, every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. We have the entire audience that Don Julian had, but now they're listening to us thanks to the great mind of Don Julian, Alex Ciego, and of course Miss Lino, who are always at the leading edge of radio in New York with a lot of the audience, especially the youth out in New York. So big up to Don Julian, big up to Ruth Molina from Puerto Barrios, listening in, I think she's in San Bernardino County. Also Jerry Castro listening in Massachusetts. Sharon S.K. Williams, the immigration lawyer, is listening in Northern California. Deodo Galdes listening in Chicago. Maritza Palacios, who is listening out of state. When I say out of state, out of California, of course. Rene Vinicio Solano is listening. Also, Dora Valenzuela in the Valley. Maurita Martinez from Honduras listening in Los Angeles. Of course, LMB Roots connected, the entire audience listening live right now as we speak. So thank you again for listening to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. We have live from Boston, Massachusetts, one of the best Punta Rockers, former member of Banda del Combo de la Marina Naval de Puerto Barrios, and of course a former member of Isanigu, the Punta Rock Soldiers, Mr. Ideal Castillo. Welcome back, Ideal.
Hey, thank you, Buga. I want to send a shout out to all my kids. They're listening right now, my family, my brothers and sisters, New York, Labuga. Especially for Danilo, he's still up listening to that. And we got Christian right down in the Bronx, Castillo, to all my family, much love to all my friends too.
Fíjate, Topo, que acabamos de recibir una nota aquí de parte de Jonathan Silva, el dueño de LMB Roots Radio. Dice que hay mucha gente escuchándonos en Guatemala, especialmente en la Buga Livingston. También hay mucha gente en línea allá en Nueva York a través de TuneIn, la aplicación que se puede escuchar por medio de los teléfonos, the smartphones. Así es de que we want to send a big shout out to all of our listeners in La Buga Livingston, Kemotia, Wabinaha, y también queremos elevar nuestra oración para las personas que perdieron sus negocios y sus casas en el incendio que sucedió hace 2 días ahí en el pueblo lindo de Livingston, La Buga. Así es de que un saludo a Ideal, mandarle un saludo a toda la gente que nos escucha. Everybody who's listening right now in Livingston, La Buga, in New York, we have a lot of people online.
Sí, un saludo, un cordial saludo para mi gente de La Buga. y los quiero mucho y que lo sepan siempre, y siempre estoy aquí para representar a ustedes en cualquier lugar. Y el canto que siempre hago y la escritura va dedicado siempre a ustedes, para mi comunidad. Y se me cuidan por ahí, que estén bien tranquilos, bien quietecitos, y que Dios me los cuide siempre en el Bronx, en la Buga, hasta allá, a Dagachevich. Ok, y también en el Bronx, en Brooklyn, y a todos lugares en Los Ángeles, hasta allá también en North Carolina, que tengo unos amigos allá también de Guatemala, en Atlanta. Bueno, para todos ellos ahí, y un saludo especial para ustedes desde aquí. Un abrazo desde la distancia.
No, definitely, man. I want to also tell you that Don Julian said, tell Mr. Ideal that I said hello.
Oh, yeah, man. My boy, Don Julian, man, Don Julian being one of those persons who are really, positive encouragement to all the artists. And, I'm really, grateful. I know Mr. Don Julian for years. I used to play with La Rooney Hati, with my friend, with my teacher, Rene Crisanto. So, we have all this right now. Don Julian is really working hard, with all his team. I don't have to mention him, but we know we have a team right there, Alex Ciego, Eddie G&G, all the rest of the guys out there in New York, like JCK, Hasha, Don Cuellar, the people who I'm not mentioning, like, we have Legacy, for everybody out there, the new generation. They're doing awesome, for real. I'm loving the music, and I'm loving everything what Don Julian is doing in our culture right now.
No, definitely, man. We got to take our hats off to this guy. And not only is he a talented musician, but he's also a good designer, man. He designs great posters, so I think I'm going to have to hire him to design some of my posters to promote my radio show, man. The guy has talent.
Correct. Hey.
Yes, man.
And he will, though. He will. Yeah.
So, Ideal, let's take it to another level, man. Tell us the trips that you have been making to Belize. I know you have been traveling to Dangriga, to the opening of the sports bar, to performing live in Livingston along with Aurelio Martinez. Tell us about your travels in Dangriga and in La Buga Livingston recently.
Yes, I went for the Easter. I went to La Buga, my hometown. For the first time I performed that way, relaxed and everything. And I really opened for Aurelio. Aurelio Martinez, my friend. And Hash, he's the promoter for the dance. Thank you for Hasha for the promotion. And the opportunity. We did good. I mean, we had the oldest crowd in Livingston. They come and support. And after that, I traveled to Hopkins, and Hopkins for me, I really said it, that town, everybody speaks Garifuna, even the little kid, he said, good morning in Garifuna, beat Binafi. When I wake up, I was like, what? Okay, that's good. That's really good. It make me feel like, they make me feel at home. And the Paranda Fest, what happened in Hopkins, it was successful. I mean, I meet a lot of great artists there, and they did a good job. The organization of the Paranda Fest, #1 in Hopkins, and I hope they do it often every year, so we could get. Now they say they're going to do it internationally, so that's good. So it's ready again. It's ready. Next year it's going to open now. I see the flyers. They send me the flyers. So, Paranda Fest in Hopkins is going to happen again, Holy Saturday. So everybody got to be ready for that, Paranda only. So you're going to see the best artists of Paranda from yesterday and today.
Beautiful, beautiful. Great, man. I want to play one track from Isanigo Punta Rock Soldiers from the one album that we recorded in the studios in Anaheim back in 1996. It's called Kaba Bichiga. And this is you on the lead vocals, man. I love this tune, and I love the way you put it together, my brother. It's a remix, and it's called the Prince Hall Dance Remix. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in the studio live and direct from Boston, Massachusetts, via the telephone lines, Mr. Ideal Castillo, a.k.a. Topo.
This is Jerry Castro, and thank you for tuning in to Radio Centroamérica and its host, DJ La Buga, Ronnie Figueroa, every Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
Esta es Radio Centroamérica y su programa de música y de temas de la comunidad garífuna con DJ La Buga, que se transmite a través de www.radiocentroamerica.com todos los miércoles de 8:30 a 10:30 de la noche. Escúchenos. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Tune in by dialing www.lmbroots.com. And if you have TuneIn application on your smartphone, look it up under LMB Radio. LMB Radio. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m.
Ideal, tremendo, papá. Ah. Si continuamos así, no vamos a parar toda la noche. Ideal. Great music, brother. ¿Qué motea? Wabena. Wafeduha. Ideal.
Yeah, way buga.
Man, that was great, man. That recording was great. And I remember being in the studio here in Araham, laying the tracks day and night, tirelessly, man, for 4 days. And at night, perform live in the hall, Prince Hall Auditorium right here in Los Angeles. It was a tiring 4 days, man. I remember some of you guys got sick that when you got back to New York, you couldn't even get up to go to work. Kataisa? That is dedication.
Yeah, so dedicated, man. You know, like, it's Sanigo, like I say, Sanigo was the group, you know. So, I glad, you know, many people keep some of our album and, you know, and keep us like that, you know, remember us like that in a good way. So, you know, we're proud of that. Our member of Sanigo, you know, we are love our people up to now, even though some of the guys are not playing, but they're still talking about it. Sometimes we meet by the park and, hey, where is Sanigo? We need you guys now, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man. I want you to send a big shout out and Garifuna to all of our listeners in New York, in La Buga, Livingston, in Puerto Barrios. We have a lot of people online right now, so take a minute or two, or however time you need to take to make sure that you greet our Garifuna, beautiful Garifuna people in Garifuna, of course. ¿Qué motea?
Yeah, man. Aba mabugo honsun garinagu. Hon sunu madagu o sunga giriha aning baltadani lo gamba ni lelbe na rengo ni lao suna gari la nasiga belida musicas mabugo labugo ay gamba lo be lao isen yagba ke so andam la ite ho bolo wa música ya go Balis ya go Hopkins ya go Chicago LA ya New York Brooklyn ya be gari aba mabugo hunda gai lao bandi isen yagelo maga idio Mawaniahu, lao bandiseni. Let's yage this again.
Itarala. ¿Qué motea? Así es que queremos enviar un saludo muy cordial también a Jonathan Silva. Thank you, Jonathan, for allowing us and giving us the opportunity to have our radio show on LMB Roots Radio. This is a brand new radio station in New York. It's been around maybe for the past 3 months, maybe, and I consider that new because not until now that him and Don Julian came into an agreement to start broadcasting Puntology, and Don Julian comes on in the mornings almost every day. So that is a big plus for LMB Roots Radio. I think we are doing something good. And now with the addition of Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga, I think we're making Garifuna come up to another different level, to a bigger level. And that's the way it should be. This is a window of opportunity for all performers, musicians who want to put your music out there to come on live and do an interview and introduce your music to the great audience listening everywhere, worldwide. Así es de que queremos agradecerle a Jonathan por darnos la oportunidad de entrar a los hogares de LMB Roots Radio. Es la nueva estación de radio en Nueva York que tendrá tal vez unos 3 meses de estar en el aire, pero no hasta hace pocos días que él y Don Julian se pusieron de acuerdo en, bueno, brindar este programa Puntology todos los miércoles en la noche. Y también, o creo que los domingos, pero lo pueden ver ahí en la página de LMB Roots Radio para que sigan la programación de Don Julian, tremendo show con Alex Ciego y con la señorita Lino también. Así es de que queremos saludar a nuestra gente linda que nos escucha en la Buga Livingston. Yo sé que están con un poco de tristeza ya por el incendio que acaba de pasar hace 2 días, pero hay que seguir con el espíritu arriba, con el espíritu en alto. I want to send a big shout out also to Eva Moore, listening in la Buga Livingston, en barrio Guamilito, allá con Celso Neri. Kemotia, Wabinaha. Yes. Sharon S.K. Williams as well listening and always tuning in to labuga.com. Not to labuga.com, to Radio Centro America and of course LMB Roots Radio. We are live and direct with the one and only, one of the Punta Rockers, the legendary Ideal Castillo from Boston, Massachusetts. Ideal will be in Los Angeles the weekend of July 26th and the 27th. He will be performing at the Summerfest right here at Hollywood Park Casino, an all-day affair with Punta Cartel, Asiatic, Caribbean Dynamics Band, Calypso Rose, Donkey Man, Gui Pasi, Libaña Baba, and many, many more. It will be on the 27th of July, Sunday. El 26 de julio, día sábado, estará con nosotros en el Club Q18, allá con la Mara de Puerto Barrios y Livingston, aquí en Los Ángeles, en la esquina de la Crenshaw y la 54, en vivo, tocando música Punta Rock para toda nuestra gente linda de Guatemala, de Puerto Barrios y de Livingston, específicamente en el Club Q18. Así de que, Ideal, envíale un saludo muy cordial a toda la mara ahí para que se haga presente el 26 y también el 27 en el Hollywood Park Casino.
Claro que sí, espero a todos los amigos, a todos en general para que puedan asistir y apoyar también. Están viendo, estamos trabajando para ustedes y ahí estaré brindando los mejores éxitos míos y con mucha energía para bailar. Así que vamos a dejar los problemas a un lado y vamos a llegar a bailar el 26 ahí en Los Ángeles. Ahí estaré con ustedes y estaré ahí en la puerta para que ustedes se den cuenta que a mí me gusta recibir a todos mis fans con mucho cariño.
Aha! Beautiful, man. I love it. I love it. You also had a good time performing and recording with another band called International Garifuna Band. I have a few songs that I selected where you play the lead vocal for these songs. One of them is Maguro Bali, Don't Touch It, right? And also... Hi. Yeah. And also Kava Bichiga with the International Garifuna Band. Tell us a little bit about this journey you had with this wonderful band with pretty much the same musicians as Isanigu, with the addition of a couple of Honduran guys, and of course under the management of this beautiful young lady from Trinidad and Tobago, with whose name happens to escape my mind. What is the name of the...
Sandra Bell.
Yes, Miss Sandra Bell. Greetings to Miss Sandra Bell. Yes.
Yes. Well, International Garifuna Band, he was like a band where really, it's like the face of Punta Rock. We used to like travel all over the world, even here in America, even outside of America. We went to Europe like 4 times, to Belgium, doing the tour with International Garifuna Band. It was a great experience for me, like getting out and expose Garifuna music, and Sandra Bell is really, really one of the persons who really dedicate herself to push Garifuna music a couple years ago, and she still do, but she's right now really busy. But if you ask her for anything about the Garifuna, she will jump in right away because she really loves Garifuna. People love Garifuna music, love Garifuna culture. So Garifuna International Band was composed with a lot of great artists from Honduras and Belize sometimes, but we had mostly from La Buga and Honduras. But great artists. I mean, I'm telling you, top shelf for me, but in a different way, in a different level of music. What we were playing out there, it's kind of different from Izanigu, but we were like promoting more music out, like doing workshops, everything all over Chicago, Illinois, and all this in school, theaters, all the way to Washington. We went there to Kennedy Center, Brooklyn Museum, just name it.
Yes, man. No, definitely. as a matter of fact, there is a recording live at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., where you guys perform by yourselves in front of a nice audience, and the entire hour or two was recorded on high-quality definition television, and it's available online for viewing, not for downloading. You could go to the Kennedy Center archives and look it up under Garifuna International Band, and you will be able to see this wonderful performance at the Kennedy Center.
That's right.
Pues sí, entonces vamos a presentar un par de temas. We are going to play a couple of tunes from International Garifuna Band, Garifuna International Band. One is called Maguru Bali, Don't Touch It, and the other one is going to be Kaba Bichiga with Ideal Castillo live via telephone lines from Boston, Massachusetts, right here on Radio Centroamerica, and our newest addition, a syndicated show on the newest radio station in New York, LMB Roots Radio. In New York.
This is Jerry Castro, and thank you for tuning in to Radio Centroamerica and its host, DJ Labuga, Ronnie Figueroa, every Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots Radio. Tune in by dialing www.lmbroots.com. And if you have TuneIn application on your smartphone, look it up under LMB Radio. LMB Radio. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m.
Yes, international. I love it. Rock it. Look at that thing. Super, 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 super. Eu guanho em Taipei, mami. Rubaino. Maguru Bali buipa, ay Maguru Bali buipa, eh Maguru Bali buina, ay Maguru Bali buipa, Mama Gusabani, Mama Gusabani le, Mama Gusabani, Mama Gusabuji le, ay super, 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 ay listen man. I know. Se me nunca queima. My God, my God. papi chica, wey sa, wey mi, wey mama, wey sa. Ay papi chica, ay papi chica, ay papi. My God! My God! Ay, gamba pana. Aha! Adigani untuna na yige. Ay. All right. Wadi habiti adigani balisi na yige. Ay.
Yes. I want to send a big shout out to our listeners in Kuwait, all the way in Kuwait. Yes, people who are in the military, of course. We have a lot of Garinago who are in the military, of course. I want to send a big shout out to Escuela Multilingüe Garifuna in Barrio Guamili to Labuga Livingston. Also to Dora Valenzuela listening live in Los Angeles. Kemotea. Welcome LMB Roots Radio. Welcome to my syndicated show, DJ Labuga, live and direct from Long Beach, California.
Oh yes, feel it. Rock me so, I love it. Aye, listen ahí. Oh yes, Sambo Creek, Dungo Yadina, Makila Libeyebo, Dungo Yadina, Mata Mujer Dolirama, Dungo Yadina, Makila Libeyebo, Dungo Yadina, Mata Mujer Dolirama. Oh mama, I need you, Kapu mama, I need you, ay mama, Kapu mama. Dungo Yadina, Makila Libeyebo, Dungo Yadina, Mata Mujer Dolirama, Dungo Yadina, Makila Libeyebo, Dungo Yadina, Mata Mujer Dolirama. I need you, ay mama, I need you, ay mama, Kulebana. Ay.
Live and direct. We have on the line Ideal Castillo, aka Topo. Bienvenido, Topoito. Bienvenido, hermano. Welcome. And we are so proud to announce that we have people listening in Kuwait. Of course, many members of the U.S. Armed Forces are serving in the military. Many Garinagu are serving in the U.S. Armed Forces, and we're proud of that. So, Ideal, send a big shout out to our soldiers who are serving out there outside our continental United States, who are in Europe, who are in Asia, in the Middle East, anywhere they are. We want to send a big shout out, especially from Ideal Castillo.
Yes, of course. I'm sending a big shout out to everybody out there. And thank you for listening, because we need your support all the time. So, for everybody all over, for all the people who are in the military, supporting everything, and we will keep playing, keep writing. You guys could entertain yourself out there. I know it's not an easy job to be out there, but thank you so much, and it's a big shout out to you guys from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, man. Want to give much respect to the U.S. Armed Forces, a lot of Garinagu who are serving there, because these people sign up for a job. But when you sign up for a job of this nature, you're signing up maybe to get killed, or to kill someone. So it is a very dangerous job, very, very dedicated. You got to be in perfect shape, top shape, but only the best will make it. All right, so thank you again to everybody listening out there, especially Escuela Garifuna Multilingüe in La Buga, Livingston, who are listening live. Celso Neri, Eva Moore, listening live in our beautiful Livingston, La Buga. Kemutia, Wabinaha. So, Ideal, I'm going to give you a few minutes, man, to say the last words to the audience of Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga, which comes on every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. It's almost that time to say goodbye. So I'm going to give you the microphone so you could, make sure that we iron out all the details about the artist called Ideal Castillo.
Yeah, thank you for listening, thank you for listening for everybody. Gracias a todos por escuchar mi historia musical y mi vida en la música. And I send a all shout out for everybody. Un saludo cordial para toda mi gente en Los Ángeles, al grupo GAHFU y a todos mis amigos en Livingston, allá en la playa, para Neri, a la escuela y todo lo que están haciendo por los niños y toda mi gente allá en Livingston, positivos y la gente de Nueva York con mucho amor. También a special shout out for my friends in Chicago, to all my people from Hopkins, and to the organization of Parandas, Juan Martinez, Delo Galdes, Del Martinez right here in Massachusetts, everybody from Hopkins, everybody from Griga. So I know the Griga people are still listening, see? So, un saludo para mi gente de Dan Griga, a big shout out para mi gente de Guatemala, y espero ver a mi gente de Los Ángeles, el 26, ahí nos vemos. I remember I was 27 in the fest, okay? So, thank you very much for the opportunity for the radio station, and once again, I love you guys, and if God gives me many, many more years, I will keep singing to all of you. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yes, man. Thank you for that big shout out to all of our listeners who are tuned in online via LMB Roots Radio or radiocentroamerica.com. Ahora en cadena a nivel mundial a través de LMB Roots Radio in New York. Now going global through New York's newest LMB Roots radio station, www.lmbroots.com. And also, I want to send a big shout out to Jacobo Ortiz, Antonio Sanchez, the staff and the management from radiocentroamerica.com for giving us the opportunity to bring this weekly show, Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga, right here on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Today, our guest was Ideal Castillo, a.k.a. Topo. Straight from Boston, Massachusetts. He is originally from Puerto Barrios, Izabal, Guatemala. Ideal will be in Los Angeles performing during the Belize Summer Fest on Sunday, July 27th, which starts around noontime all the way into late into the evening at Hollywood Park and Casino in Inglewood, along with Punta Cartel, Gui Pasi, Caribbean Dynamics Band, Asiatic, so many artists and DJs who are going to be there. That's going to be on July 27th. También para el sábado 26 de julio estará en vivo en el Club Q18, una fiesta privada ahí para todos los que quieran llegar de Puerto Barrios y Livingston, toda la gente amable de música punta, música garífuna. Estaremos en vivo ahí en Club Q18. So thank you again, once again, for tuning in to DJ La Buga, Garifuna Music and Talk every Wednesday. And we're going to leave you with a beautiful song called Mixing out of the album Lida Dan from Ideal, the Punta Rocker. Thank you, Ideal. And the microphone is yours, brother, to introduce the next song and the final song.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Buga. I really, I'm happy tonight, to sharing some of my music, my plans and projects. I have a project to do music videos right now. You know, that's my next project with a couple songs. And I even have Julian Silva, you know, we setting up some time, you know, so I'm do some good music video, and I'm not going to invite some of the artists out there who really dance punta. So we're going to invite them today. We're going to post it on Facebook. To all my friends on Facebook tonight, you know, thank you for all the likes and everything you guys sent tonight. You know, I really appreciate it. Let's keep it with one love.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. My microphone's off for a minute, but then I'm back. Thank you. It's 10:28 Pacific Standard Time. This is DJ Labuga live and direct. Yes.
This is DJ Labuga with Garifuna Music and Talk. Listen to my show every Wednesday from 8:30 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. on www.radiocentroamerica.com. Thank you for listening.
Ahí, Gamba baita Castillo, se me dicha. Suba. Ahí, to the bay. Ahí, Gamba bana. Vas a bailar, vas a cantar, ritmo vas a danzar, con mi nuevo ritmo vas a bailar, con mi nuevo ritmo vas a cantar, vas a bailar, vas a cantar, vas a bailar. Vas a bailar, saca la danza,